He has a name to uphold. Trash talk to uphold. And a reputation.
Interesting. A reputation, all right.
30 seconds to battle.
We'll see if they can do it. A lot of parity in these drafts. You have this Ember bad ET that can provide a lot of skirmish power with Chain Spirit with some damage coming through. On the other side, you have this Coddle Storm combination with Mirana on top, so you can pull someone into a Vortex, Solar Bind, Arrow lands. Really deadly 3-on-3 skirmish power we've seen, and then, you know, your stunner offlaners and a hard carry matchup that is favorable for the Terrorblade, but not by much nowadays. You have Luna Shard, you have this Conda build, you output a lot more magic damage. And the big thing for me is the games we saw Shopify succeed, I feel like Kunkka was their best strat. And this Kunkka ET especially, they were demolishing teams with the Torrent Storm plus Spirit going through.
Yeah.
Just overwhelming magic damage. It's not something I think BetBoom's lineup deals super well with. There's not some super fast pipe coming out. I mean, there are BKB heroes, but they're not the best BKB heroes, you know? It's not like you're getting a huge amount done with them at some timing where they all come out and you just take the map over. So I think it could be pretty impactful this game. The Ember pick makes a lot of sense. On the flip side, we've seen GPK just dominate with Storm, and now he has mana to back him up behind it. I could see him just 1v5 this game if he gets out of control. You get like a fast Parasma as well, third or fourth item. You're going to start chunking these heroes. So to me, this could be a battle of the mid laners and the off laners. Really control the skirmish, control the fight, and set it up for the carry to come in and clean house.
This matchup right here, a Luna Elder Titan. Got to be decently strong, but it's up against a Centaur Coddle.
That taunt is an abomination, by the way, and should be removed from the game. Just a random side note.
Why do you hate it so much?
Okay, first I think taunts should all be removed from Dota.
Why?
They're dishonest. And that taunt especially. Elder Titan is not a hero that needs to taunt, okay? He's a gentleman's hero. He's dignified, respectable, honest, very honest hero. This is not a hero that needs something of that caliber, you know?
What other gentleman heroes are there in Dota?
Mirana. Mirana's a very honest hero. Perhaps the most honest in all of Dota history. Shoot arrow, hit arrow. Mad cause bad because you got hit by arrow. You know, GG out.
I think Moonlight Shadow is inherently any sort of invisibility is inherently
No, because that's honest.
dishonest trickery.
It's an honest test of your ability to buy detection. And that's a good one. You'll learn who your friends are.
Also, global abilities are dishonest by nature. You know, have a little 1v1. Use some jackass from across the map interferes.
Dude, nobody has ever been killed by Moonlight Shadow ganking.
No, but they failed to get the kill.
Of how broken and unfair it was. You know, most dishonest hero in Dota?
Is?
I'm asking you, who do you think?
Who do I think is the most dishonest hero in Dota 2? Probably like Huskar.
No, Huskar's. That's not even close, dude. I think it's Tinker. Tinker's the most dishonest. Tinker players don't play Dota. They play some weird keyboard skill test. They hide in the trees and laugh at you.
I mean, I want to agree with you simply because I hate Tinker, but...
Yeah, that's why everybody hates him, because he's dishonest. There's no fair gameplay in a Tinker game.
I would kind of agree with that, but I think Huskar's more dishonest.
No, you're wrong. But we'll move on from this point. 19-4 for Yopaj. He is showing up in this game. And where is GPK? He's going for the rune. So he is getting a little beat on the region department, but not bad. You do expect Ember to do pretty well in this matchup, and so far he is doing damn well, but the net worth is exactly even. And so far it's BetBoom overall doing well in this laning phase. As his dual offlane is just getting a lot of damage in, man. Double edge. Whew. That is a good combination, especially when you get this solar bind later on. So much magical burst damage.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty scary.
I never thought about that, but what if you have Grim Coddle Centaur? You solar.
Oh my god.
You bind them, then you double solar bind them. They're quad bound, oct edged.
What? No. It's one 1 bind and 2 double edges, making for 4 double edges.
No, because they're soulbound. And then they're solar binded, which procs on both. So the 2
You're
heroes.
saying solar bind is doubling the ability?
No, because there's 2 solar binds on a soulbound. So that's 4 bindings. And then you double edge, chakra double edge. That's 8 double edges.
What?
NA math, we're gonna move on for that.
Oh, got him in the end.
There's some NA math of Arteezy's own, as he did not calculate the damage output from this lane.
Didn't calculate the movement speed of the Centaur closing in on him.
No, wait, my math was actually correct. We'll discuss this after the game, but I was correct, just for the record. And that is turning into a really strong offlane performance from BetBoom this time around. They are taking control of that lane. Arteezy is really suffering. 13 CS. You just can't walk up. I mean, this is sometimes what happens with Elder Titan. Like, this is how you punish the hero. Because in the mid game, this hero's a monster, but his weakness is still the laning phase.
Yeah, which is funny because his strength used to be the laning phase, but well, that's kind of where he fell off, right? Once his laning phase was no longer his strength, people are like, what do I do with this hero?
I mean, again, the problem with the hero is if this hero's a good laner, I mean, he's first pick. So this is how you punish him. Centaur, Coddle, a lot of nuke damage. You have Blinding Light to deal with the hits. Very hard lane for Kitrak to trade in and win it over time, and he is suffering right now as he watches his carry suffer. Very hard one off lane for BetBoom, and they'll try and translate it into some more map controls that can bring the supports mid. Not have to worry about their side lanes as much.
Save immediately takes it, but on the other side, trying to get Toronto, Tokyo. He's got a slight coming up in 3 seconds, so he should die. We'll actually get him with the Spirit instead, just to make sure. But that was still a trade-off of supports. Nobody got the power rune, or nobody important anyway.
Save will walk away with it. Head back bottom. And they're going to have to refill mid. Yopaj burnt a lot of resources out for that.
Well, this is an amp damage blast. Didn't land, though.
Well, it's got to be the Yopaj show. He's going to have to bring this mid game back because Luna is not going to be able to fight for a very long time. This could be a game where Nightfall can get active a bit sooner, similar to last game. That Sven was just in a better position than the Bloodseeker to join those fights. And if you remember, Nightfall was happy to go mid and join those early pushes into the tower hits with this Sven. He can do something else, or something very similar with this Terrorblade. Feels like he has the levels and the ability to do so.
Pull him back into the arrow. Nice combo. He is low on mana. Now, he does have some wand charges, so that's enough for him to throw out a remnant and could jump to it if needed. Nightfall is actually going to die. I was going to say, it needs to be a Yopaj show, but Saberlight, it's not like he was doing the worst in lane and now getting that kill.
That was a really big, he was so close to 6. He was trying to kill the creeps for it.
On one side, the Kata with a blood grenade. On the other, a charging Centaur, but this is a beautiful stomp with the TP coming in. Saberlight trying to get some punish here. Has the X on Miro. They'll guarantee that kill. Not able to get a second one, but Yopaj has also had a remnant out so he could still play into mid, play for the power rune.
Yeah, they really want to save in a rune to get the refill because that TP means you can't really go to base here and you don't have supports dead to refill. So this is a huge regen boost if Yopaj can get it.
Yeah, Theolacor is like taking the extra step to really try and secure it. If it's top, it is Shield Rune.
Big win. Big moves for Shopify Rebellion here as they put their fighters in a good position, and Arteezy gets a lot of recovery gold off that. There was a point in that lane, he was like 1,000 net worth back. So he's caught up a lot of those kills, and he gets some stacks going in the triangle. He's going to be a happy Luna. Never mind, Saberlight's going to steal his stacks. He's going to be a very sad Luna.
I think this is always fair.
Can we get a picture of Arteezy's face while Saberlight clears this, please?
The Kunkka is going to space create for the Luna, so you should want him to be as powerful as possible.
Is he crying, Cap? I can't see.
He just looks kind of dead inside.
I think he's crying.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A single solitary tear trickles down his cheek.
Hey, how those stacks looking there, Theolacor?
You stacked for me, right, Theo?
They're looking great, buddy. Don't worry.
We're taking good care of him right now.
As long as the Ancients are there, honestly, that's what really counts. Because that's where you get the extra levels. And I don't mind Saberlight taking this. I think him being stronger in the early game matters a lot more.
Yeah, why would that be?
Because you want to go fight behind this Ember Kunkka, they're your catch. It's what's going to set the fight up for the 2 supports as well. Both these cores being strong makes ET's game better. It makes Bat Rider's skirmishing power stronger. This Luna having extra gold doesn't change a lot of that.
So you're saying he's going to space grade for the Luna?
Yes.
Like I said 2 minutes ago.
No. Well, it's not just about the Luna. For me, it's what it does for the 2 supports.
Okay.
That's mainly what I value for.
Sure.
Like, Luna can always find space. You know, I don't think Luna's going to get ganked too much this game. Maybe there's some potential with Moonlight Shadow and, like, Storm Jump, but I do think these mid laners are going to clash, and it's going to be about what you can do in that type of exchange.
Yeah, the more you enable the Bat Rider, then the Bat Rider can get Blink Dagger. The Blink Dagger then enables the Kunkka and the Elder Titan to shine more. But even just X into Earth Splitter is going to be a pretty fearsome combo for BetBoom to contend with.
And you're kind of racing towards those items as well. You're racing towards that first and second item on the Ember and Storm. And if you're Shopify, you really want to get to that Torrent Storm. That's when this lineup really clicks with the amped magic. On BetBoom's side, I guess it's going to be, you know, if the Centaur wants the Veil Blink, he's just going for the Blink now, but he's also getting boated.
Trying to go for Centaur is kind of difficult, but maybe they can still get him with Theo, of course, showing up. Bounce back into Lasso after the Stampede. What a timing grab from Theo LaCour.
That was sick.
Very well done, and they're still struggling to finish him off. He landed the Torrent. It's still not enough. Man, I mean, Theo LaCour did everything right there, and it still was not.
That was perfectly executed, pretty much. You just don't have the beam points up yet, so you're missing a lot of that extra magic burst.
Yeah. Now they've blown a healthy amount. But getting punished by BetBoom for it. GPK collects on a kill and gets his mana refunded.
His Coddles look pretty strong so far, just in this first 10 minutes. These Solar Binds are going to be painful for the Shopify lineup. If Save can just maintain his positioning in the fight, get multiple chakras off, like 2 Solar Binds, that's good enough team impact for me.
Arcane Rune, Storm Spirit with full mana. Nobody should want to be down in this bottom lane right now.
And he's looking for the first item Orchid to give you the extra kill threat here. It's going to be a really nice combination to, again, try and enable the supports behind you. You provide the extra lockdown, you can just leap in with the Starfall, put that Coddle Blast through, the Orchid amps it all up. Some nice synergy coming out. This is a very deep dive.
Theo LaCour dies to GPK again. Trying to get way too aggressive, even though he didn't really have Lasso, so I'm not sure.
I need space for the rune, but
yeah,
I don't know. I think the 3 skirmishers from BetBoom are clicking a little more in this early game than the 3 from Shopify, though their execution is a little easier and it comes online a little faster. I think Elder Titan's a bit slower than this Mirana Coddle here. So maybe not too surprising, but it is costing you a little bit.
Radiant are scanning.
And you do have that Earth Splitter up. Remember, this is not your old man's Earth Splitter. This is a new cooldown Earth Splitter.
Wait, what happened to it?
It has better cooldown now.
By like how much?
Radiant's middle tower
Decent
is
amount,
under
I think.
attack.
Down to
Are scanning.
100 seconds.
And it used to be like what, 120?
Yeah, 120. It might have been 130 at a way older patch. Now it's just 100, so you know, now you can throw it out and be useless more often.
You know, just random time to throw out some voice lines. 14-minute Wisdom Room coming up. We'll see if anybody tries to make a move. I mean, BetBoom could try and sneak the enemy, but they're going to go defend mid instead. Oh, hopping into Yopaj here. Saberlight will pull him back with the X.
Tip him.
I don't think Saberlight cares as much about this vendetta.
At all, honestly.
Yeah, I think maybe Toronto Tokyo cares a lot more.
That's my favorite kind of beef, one-sided. Where Sabret's like, I just don't even know who this guy is. And on the other side, I hate this piece of garbage.
I
gonna murder him on land.
Yeah, what's funny about that is that Saberlight said that he had beef with Gutter, and that was also one-sided. Gutter's like, I've never interacted with him.
Gunner's like, I've never talked to you, bro. That's your problem. I feel like that's most Dota beef. I run into players in pubs all the time that just hate me. Oh. I don't know who they are. I have no idea. I feel like this is
who you are.
This just happens to everybody. You just run into some guy in a pub he played with you like 5 years ago, and you went 0-6.
Yeah.
And he just holds a lifelong grudge now. Something about Dota brings out the worst.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, he gets the X, though.
He did, but they are ready to turn around on him. Toronto Tokyo's lurking in the trees, looking for an arrow possibility.
And they're trying to stretch this catch play, but it's just not there. You need the chains connection.
Yeah, still hunting. Oh,
Okay.
they actually got him on the slide. Chains into the torrent. Got him. Oh, GPK overstaying his welcome. I mean, good read by Shopify as well.
Honestly, I think at that point, they're just expecting nothing to happen.
Look at this wraparound, too. Very aggressive. Got him on the lasso again. Midway through the mobility pop. This time the leap.
Making some moves. Telling you, this Kunkka, man, this has been Shopify Rebellion's best hero by a large margin.
Under attack.
And
What did
they
you...
gave it-
I don't think I've ever asked you about this. What did you think about Shopify picking up Theo Lacour? Because he's an old name, right? He's been around Dota for a little bit, and this is this would have been his most high-profile team. For me, it definitely came a little out of left field. I was like, yeah, I know that guy's pretty damn good. I just was surprised to see his name there.
I'm not sure I have much to add, honestly.
Okay.
I don't know him too well.
You didn't play against him very much?
Not really.
Okay.
So far, he's looked great.
Yeah, he really does.
Definitely a good pickup. And Shopify knew what they were getting. Or maybe they didn't, but it has paid off. So power to them for taking the risk on that. Not something I think that roster has done in a very long time.
Yeah, considering their old method of drafting players. Man, BetBoom on a run here. They get picked off in that top lane, and then they strike back with a vengeance, man. Just group up, down mid, get pick after pick after pick, 3 in a row, take the Ancient Stack away from Shopify. I mean, that was such a momentous, like, the economic damage being done there is massive.
Hit their timing with these big power items on the cores. You got that Blink Veil Centaur, and you got the Orchid on the Storm. You're buffing all of this up with Chakra Magic, so you can just go, go, go. That's 3 kills into double stack steal, into deep ward, into courier snipe, into Nightfall shows up, takes your tier 1. That was a 4 or 5k gold move right there in the last minute. And now you have a mech done on the Mirana as well. Huge momentum swing. This game was fairly stable, but that just opened it up.
Shopify, they need a bit more time. Aghanim Scepter isn't done for the Kunkka yet. Also, 1 BKB for Yopaj because he's dealing with an Orchid Storm Spirit. Luna's been farming this entire time, though certainly not keeping up with the Terrorblade. Gonna have Manta sometime soon.
Oh, he had his stack stolen, man.
Dropped a sentry right as Toronto Tokyo placed a ward, but then he also placed a ward on the high ground, which Toronto Tokyo saw.
Tip him.
Wait, the way you say that makes me think of like the Emperor from Star Wars. Do it!
Maybe he should. We need more villains in Dota.
I would agree with that.
Like, who do we even have as a villain in Dota? Quinn? That's it.
Yeah, but he's on his redemption arc now, so it doesn't really count.
That's true. Who's the next villain? Bulba? Like,
Bulba's not really a villain, though. Bulba's more just like a punching bag for the community.
yeah, I feel bad. Yeah, I don't really know who's the villain in Dota.
Radiant's middle tower is
Like, a villain has to punch back, you know? And people, like, Falcons are winning, so people are singing Amar's praises, you know?
Yeah, he had a villain arc for sure.
Yeah, he had a little villain arc. But now people are like, but this guy's fantastic. I love when he drops items on people, you know? So all I'm getting out of that is that somebody needs to... Amar either needs to suck more, or somebody needs to do something more egregious than what Amar does.
Like punch somebody on land.
Yeah. Let's get some Counter-Strike action going on. That's what they
that's
do.
a little, I mean, that's a little too far. I don't want to see anybody in court, so let's just keep it PG. A nice, wholesome Dota community.
Yeah,
that's
Dota2 is very wholesome.
Yeah, Dota players are just wholesome lads.
Yeah.
This is a wholesome initiation.
Oh, Orchid before the lasso. Great reaction from
chains.
GPK, but it's still not enough.
Yopaj shuts him down on that jump. They finally find the connection, and now it's their turn to run the map.
How many heroes they're gonna get? Just
okay. I mean, I don't know if that eclipse was necessary, but I guess he hasn't been using it for anything else, and he wanted the last hit, but he didn't get it anyway. So
he didn't get it. Yeah.
Despair.
That's also still level 1 ulti, which is kind of funny.
And that's the Ags done. So the team fight is there. The only other missing component would be the Elder Titan levels, but Kitrak, he only went 2-2, so he has full order points already up.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I like that choice. That's very smart.
Yeah, when you're picking this hero for the team fight amp, you need to make sure that's there for when your team fight's ready to come online.
Yeah.
It's way more valuable than the extra points in Spirit, and oftentimes more valuable than points in Stomp, though it depends on the game. But a game like this, right, Stomp duration's not doing much for you. You're going in with the chains or the lasso, and then you just want to dump the damage in. So this is definitely the right build. And he's ready to rumble. I mean, this team fight is scary now because you do not have the BKBs yet. Whereas Yopaj has his, and he has a crap ton of magic AoE behind him. This is the period in the game where BetBoom have to be careful. They need to push through this and get their defensive items up on the cores. They're 400 off the Terrorblade BKB, very close to the Storm one.
Oh, he went for it, the Liqueur. Knowing that they were going to try and collect the Wisdom Rune, just blinked on it and tried to grab, but GPK was a little too wily there. Grabbed the Wisdom Rune. I think it might have even grabbed it as he was jumping through. I'll take the Tormentor instead and the Coddle's life, so it's not like they walked away empty-handed.
Well, pretty empty, as is the ET shard, so literally, as I say, the old buyback cost increase. Very nice. Sure, Kitrak's happy about that one. This is why I think Tormentor should give you the shard in your inventory.
Shadows take us.
Because it's so literally a downgrade for
so you have the
very
option to sell
specific
it.
heroes.
Like, it'll still, you can't give it to somebody else. It's only for you, but you have the option to sell it.
Okay.
You know, I think that'd be nice.
Sure. Maybe they just need to fix ET shard.
No,
Because to be fair, I think there are very few heroes that you do not want the shard. Even the Mirana used to be one of those, and now I think it's worth. Right?
I mean, this shard's like not even hard to fix. You just, like, you know, when you all cast it, you go in, it does like 800 damage to everybody. It's done. The best shard in the game, you know? It's easy.
Relax there. Ice Frog's not listening to this cast.
Maybe
No, you
should
want
be.
your hero buffed. The funny part is it's being played right now, and it looks pretty good. And you don't even get the chance to play it.
Oh, thank you, Austin, for reminding me that my career ended horribly. They will lasso in Toronto, Tokyo.
What that was.
Can he escape? He can.
He can.
Will he tip
Hop the
Saberlight?
rabbit. He did miss an X Torrent, yeah.
He's thinking about it. He was thinking about it there, dude.
But maybe he's thinking because BetBoom aren't crushing this game, they're actually down 2K net worth. He's like, this could be a long game. I want to keep those tips. I want to keep them handy in case there's a bigger.
I mean, you got to tip when you're up. You got to tip when you're down.
No. Like, I think I'm
Or
saying
saving it for later.
he's saving it for a bigger screw up from Saberlight because he thinks that guy sucks, right? So he's like, oh, he's gonna mess up even worse than that.
The gank, the Glimmer Coddle gank, got him.
Stopped him from being able to blink, and the arrow lands. Not the gank duo that I would have expected, and as a result, it's not enough. Okay, blink. Maybe he's still out. What is that random item?
Items on the ground. There's a salve in the river. There's a raindrop here.
Okay. Weird.
Whose salve is that in the river? Just floating around.
It's got to be a shovel salve, right? Just nobody grabbed it.
It's probably I bet it's Yopaj, dude. That guy, he strikes me as a guy who would just dump stuff on the ground in game.
Nah, okay.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Taking a tier 2 while BetBoom take a Roshan.
Yeah, they got to their BKBs. So they're confident taking the fight. The third one is coming out right now for the Storm, but they have the Centaur, they have the Terrorblade, and they have Glimmer on the Coddle and Greaves on the Morana. So there really aren't that many good targets anymore, right? I think BetBoom have itemized really nicely to deal with this Torrent Storm.
This could get bad for Shopify. They're coming in a little bit too late, perhaps. They're going to be able to grab that Aegis, but BetBoom also took a lot of damage doing that Roshan, so they have to just leave. They're not in fighting shape. And it looks like they will all get out.
That was really well executed. That's a lost fight for sure. You're missing way too many resources. You get everything, you get out in the nick of time. That's also a great place for Shopify to fight with Torrent Storm, ET Spirit.
Yeah.
They're still going to try and hunt. The Core wants something off this, but has he gone too far?
He did go pretty deep. The Eclipse does some damage to GPK, but could not burn through his BKB.
I mean, you can tell how much Shopify wants something in this period.
Yeah, they really want some sort of fight. Do you think, everybody resets, do you think Shopify are still down to fight? Because as you said, they just hit their triple BKB timing, right? Orchid
nice
on
jump.
Saberlight with the arrow.
Oh, that's the tip, right? I mean, that's got it. No, he's reformed.
No. No.
The Toronto-Tokyo villain arc has ended. Started game 1, ended game 1. Now a reformed gentleman.
Radiant's middle tower is
I
under
don't think somebody who said, when I see this guy on land, I'll bash his face.
attack.
I don't think
Is that an actual quote?
Like,
Like,
came to.
the fact that's an actual quote is just ridiculous.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Like,
Radiant's
Professional gamers are silly sometimes, you know. Because you know it's just like the Quinn Ramses thing, right? They're gonna get into an elevator together and they're just gonna not say anything to each other. Oh!
Dire's bottom tower.
Okay.
he is X.
Is the X gonna pull him back in time though? It's not. He is dead. Toronto. Now,
Yeah, there are
it
some
is.
smileys.
There's some smileys.
Yeah, that was. I mean, you got him.
He did.
He got him.
read
on
him
that.
like a book.
Yeah, that
there.
was. I don't know. You can't even complain about that. You
No.
just got. You got.
Core on the run. And he is out successfully, but Shopify
Dire's bottom tower
in a little bit of rat mode right now.
is top tower is under attack.
Is Rat Mode gonna do it? That's the big question. Can you get to enough scale in this Ember to turn this game? I don't know, man. You still have this Terrorblade Luna matchup that's not that straightforward for our tour.
Yeah. I mean, it would be a lot more straightforward if the ET could actually put his minus armor
Yeah, of course.
aura on the TB, but he can never actually get that close.
Elven Tunic gonna help a lot as well.
Do you think that the phylactery build helps the Luna?
Well, I think it does, but you have to be in the type of game where you can get to use it without the fight ending in the BKB durations. And that's not always so simple, especially with the lineup BetBoom has where they're just going to jump somebody and try and all in them. And they have a lot of capability to do that, and there's not really a save on Rebellion's side here. The save is the stop coming through or you lasso the target that jumps. Like, maybe you can lasso this BKB Storm and burst him. You have enough physical. It's iffy, though. It is very iffy. A lot of pressure on Shopify supports to carry the load in this team fight. That's what it feels like. You have to connect these ults and stomps.
Arteezy is very focused.
Yeah, he looks...
He's got to be dead, right?
He tried to Manta dodge and...
Did you see GPK?
He's
GPK was like, there's no way this guy is alone. I'm going to
Yeah.
go catch somebody else. But no, Arteezy was very much alone.
Gets recalled 10 feet. Recall's nice this game, too. There's a world you can TP the Storm to Fountain and bring him back in a fight.
Yeah.
It really comes down to it. Buyback recalls could also be a factor here. Just playing the map, it's nice when you have this type of pickoff game.
how does the Luna ever take this fight against the TV? Yopaj had BKB, but...
and Save is just doing so much work on the map right now.
Yeah, he is.
He's creating so much threat on his own with this recall and the Solar Bind, amping up these burst kills. Just nowhere safe. This map completely collapsed in the last 5 minutes or so here. I mean, the lead's only 4K. That's the crazy part, but you look at how confined Shopify are right now. Just nowhere to go. Toronto Tokyo is just hunting wards.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, they've taken all the tier 2s. I don't imagine BetBoom is going to go high ground against a Bat Rider Kunkka until they have another Aegis in their hands. So we're going to probably reach some little slow period here where both teams are okay with farming. And then we'll see another Roshan attempt and see whether or not Shopify can contest that. As you said, their lineup is really good about fighting around Roshan.
Yeah, especially if you can get the jump with the bat. And you pull someone into your squad, force BetBoom to jump you where they don't have all the initiation power together. You do have the Conda up on the Luna as well. Like, your single target burst is not that bad on Shopify's side. It just has to, it's very reliant on the bat, whereas this Storm can just set stuff up. He can go back out, get his mana refilled.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't seen the Lasso Earth Splitter combo yet, right? So, like, there is still that possibility of Lasso pullback into Torrent or Torrent Storm with Earth Splitter going off. Like, they could very easily 100-0 somebody.
Absolutely. They got some vision. That's the target they want.
They got the Storm Spirit. Oh, he force-staffed into an arrow, and they can't quite finish him off. The Earth Splitter is not going to be there to stop GPK from popping his BKB. They're going to still kind of fight around this area. I'm a little bit surprised Shopify is able to think they can keep playing this at all. The Orchid onto Yopaj is going to last long enough for the pullback to land, and he is dead. 2 heroes, now a third. Sableline's going to be next one run down. Got another Torrent Storm off, but it's certainly not going to kill that Centaur.
I mean, that was the Torrent Storm. He never casted it on that initial go.
Really?
And
he just casted regular Torrent?
Storm just never got stunned off that lasso.
Oh, because force staff into the arrow.
The arrow clipped the bat, and they were trying to boat him, but this Centaur Stomp also caught everybody on the backside. BetBoom just very ready for that initiation. They had everything going for them. Arrow lands, Centaur Stomp lands. The counter initiation was just gold. And then to find Yopaj off a single Vortex here into what looked like another arrow chain stun. Man, Toronto Tokyo is making his presence felt in this game. Doing work in these fights.
It certainly is.
And Daedalus done for terribly at BetBoom taking control of this game too. Just giving no openings, it feels like. Seems very disciplined. Arcane Rune. That is a good one.
Yeah. You already have constant mana resupplies from this Coddle.
He has so much mana to play with in the fight. 2 sources of disable off the initiation. And even in a scenario like that, he doesn't die off the lasso. I mean, what are you afraid of? You also have the Shivas that's just going to amp everything up even more.
Thanks to the recall, they can stay pretty grouped up, too. They'll play for Roshan. I think Shopify don't really have an option here. That last team fight doesn't inspire any confidence, but they can't afford to give BetBoom.
Look at the split.
Roche attempt.
Arteezy's not with the team.
Yeah. BetBoom's going to get here way before Arteezy is here. They go straight for the Kunkka. They're going to be able to blow him up almost immediately. Yeah, Theolacori gets off the lasso, but it does very little to stall this damage out. Yopaj just needs to find a way, and it's BKB
Not
through the gate
it.
or attempted. Doesn't actually work for him.
Man, BetBoom with all the angles this game. They're just ready every team fight. They're the ones getting gone on. They're ready to back him up. They take the smoke angle. They're the ones that catch Shopify sleeping. Start the fight on the Kunkka. That's the easiest team fight of your life. No Torrent Storm, no boat, no blade mail, no halberd. The Olacor is instantly smashed down by Nightfall here. And again, Arteezy's not even there, but I mean, I think he's lucky not to be there. Toronto Tokyo making sure his camera's clean for the victory shot.
You guys see this, right? Make sure Saberlight can see me. I want him to know. I want him to know it was me.
Gonna send him a personal video later.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
10-21, 18,000 net worth lead for BetBoom in this series. They're already one game up, so they're looking at a potential 2-0, which would put them tied up with Falcons at 3-0 in series.
And Divine Arteezy seems like the last hope here. Perhaps the last hurdle for BetBoom to get through, if he can get there. He still found a decent amount of farm in this game, but it has been at the expense of lost team fights. And they're just smoking down mid. They want to force the end game before this Luna can get there.
35.
Nightfall, he's slotted, man. He does not need more time.
Radiant's middle tower
They have
is
4
under
minutes of Aegis timing here.
I don't think we've seen a single Torrent Storm do anything this game.
Yeah.
They just played around it beautifully.
Dire's
The
top
window where they didn't have
tower is
BKBs, they
under
didn't take the fight. The second they have BKBs, they're taking fights. Half these fights have been starting on the Kunkka. So much backline jump between the Centaur and the Storm. One of them has found him every time.
Look at this next step. Toronto Tokyo is going to get Pipe now, which you talked about how Pipe is more effective because of Elder Titan's presence. Natural order.
Yep. Very, very strong item this game. That Yules can also catch this Kunkka X, so you're eliminating some of that potential too. We're gonna push it. You are a little worried about this high ground push with the Bat Rider pulling somebody in.
Dire's middle tower
But
is under
I don't even
attack.
know if Nightfall dies, man. This guy's so damn tanky. And you risk getting Yulesed on the jump. They're just going to start on him.
Is he dead?
They Yulesed him,
Yules
but it was
goes
early.
off, so he will get back to the X.
I mean, honestly, yeah, Saberlight tips him like,
Radiant structures
that Yule saved me, brother. Thank you.
Arteezy's not even coming back right now. They are really playing for this Divine Rapier timing. They're just going to give BetBoom this one. The team is going to try and stall it out as much as possible, but
bottom tower is
Arteezy has enough for the relic, but still needs the other component.
Get a little backdoor period. Meta is running out. You've only got about 10 seconds left. Can Chakra magic the TV, get it back up pretty fast, so you will still have another meta for this Aegis period for sure.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I don't know if Nightfall cares. Getting drained.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Drag him in, have a bit of a poke.
I'm gonna wait for the meta. Again, they can just speed it up here. Not gonna be long.
Okay, there it is. Divine Rapier is
Yeah.
done, and they did not lose the lane of barracks, so well done. I mean, Saberlight got a little helping hand there from Toronto Tokyo, but he did do a good job stalling things out. They did see the Divine Rapier, or should have, because of that deep ward.
He sold Mom for it too. So he lost a little bit of value to make sure he's ready for this fight. Has a feather for some extra evasion. Looking for that level 25 talent. I don't know how impactful it is this game, but some extra mini stun might not be too bad.
I actually think maybe you take the blessing damage because it helps the Ember's poke as well as your own.
I just always feel like 20 damage is just irrelevant. Like, what does 20 damage do for a level 25 talent, you know? This mini stun, if you ever get nagged, can just chain stun somebody forever. They're going to risk it. They're going to push out a base. I've not been able to clear this area of wards. Do have one of their own.
I mean, you're certainly not going to win this game without taking some risks if you're Shopify.
For sure.
So, can't blame them for having to push out here.
The question is just like, who frontlines?
Scanning.
Nobody's been able to frontline or tank the jump from BetBoom this entire game.
Yeah. It kind of has to be Saberlight, but BetBoom are more than happy to
Yeah, they just all in him.
all in Saberlight and take out that big
Radiant
team
are
fight to Sable.
scanning.
Feels like you have to bait a jump somehow or get them to misstep. BetBoom are just not misfiring at all. Continuing to play very patient, very disciplined, grouping on the map. I mean, they may even wait for the next Roshan here, to be honest. I don't know. Look at how defensive they are playing. Sable's going to pause. He's going to make sure his camera is working. So he can send a video back to Toronto, Tokyo. Oh no, his headset. Okay. Wireless headsets. Gotta charge them.
You're talking about how defensive you're talking about BetBoom, right?
Yeah, they're on the very defensive orientation for how strong they are and where their obs are. Just do not want to give any chance of a comeback here. Second rapier queued up for RTZ. He knows what he has to do this game. He has to land the Conda of a lifetime.
GPK is going to go Kaya Sanj, bot it out fully, and then Pipe is kind of getting close there for Toronto, Tokyo. So those are significant upgrades in survivability. Man.
Full Hex for this Keeper of the Light. Oh my god.
That is always dangerous with Coddle's extra cast range.
Just guaranteed somebody is getting hit by it in the fight. You're not even going to see it. I'll get that D ward. Only ward on the map. BetBoom slowly bleeding Shopify out of this game.
The prize is mine.
Man, again, had to take some risks, but it is wild seeing RTZ just push so far up here, kind of by himself away from his team with this Divine Rapier in his hand.
I mean, what's crazier is there's a dire obs on this hill right now.
Yeah, they have seen...
They're just not smoking to it. Like, BetBoom just refused to take this fight into Rapier without getting the next Roche. Like, sure, you have full vision like that. You just go in with the storm, jump somebody, you kill them. It can't be that high risk, right?
Radiant's bottom barracks.
But they just refuse. It feels like their calculations are this game is won off the next Roche. So why risk anything into like this random Rapier maybe doing something great?
Now they're gonna
risk it. Okay, so their ward died. They're gonna now jump without the ward.
Log Safe over, got the Luna! Scythe of Ice already out down to half HP, and he's done. He is done. Divine Rapier on the deck. Yopaj did manage to collect it.
Yeah, what a heads-up play.
But are they even going to be able to hold on long enough for the Luna to come back?
Yeah, he has no buyback. So it's not doing much for Yopaj here, though it looks cool.
He dropped it on the fountain. Lasso pull back into tier 4s. I mean, they're going to need to use all of their other buybacks.
These jumps into arrows. There has been no answer the entire game.
And Altan away, trying to push back the TB, but the Saberlights, Kunkka just, those final shots. Oh, it's still not dead. GPK makes a jump for it. Now he gets changed up underneath the tier 4s. Saberlight stays alive and almost gets GPK killed. He actually runs forward to try and get him, and they do manage to get the Storm Spirit, yes, but Storm Spirit is only one of the cores. It's Nightfall you got to worry about here. He gets stomped.
Low, no Sunder.
Very low. Can they keep him from being able to run away? Theo, of course, going to jump forward. He actually blinks into that one with his Swift Blink. They do manage to take out the Bat Rider. He's got that extra evasion going out. Yopaj is working him bit by bit. Nightfall's getting lower and lower. A TP away. Nobody there to stop it. They're going to try and collect on the Centaur kill instead.
You want something here so bad.
Yeah, really badly. But you got to be careful. You can't be greedy. After all, the Luna is almost back up. You just need 10 more seconds. You bought the time for him. You don't have to do this anymore. Yopaj, though, has been burned out of his mana. He's making a run for it. RTZ, he has that Divine Rapier, and now he's in the mid. He barely got away. Holy crap. He bought back and lived with like 100 HP. One swing is all it took to take him out, but he didn't quite go down. That final hit dodged by the zip away. They are going to be able to run down more, it looks like, as Glimmer Cape, no detection.
No stomp. Didn't have the mana for the stomp on the ET.
Oh, no.
Just ran out of resources. This fight went on so long. What a hold from Shopify, honestly. I thought that was GG. You recover the rapier, though. Sick play from Yopaj to do that in the middle of the fight. You get it back on Artur. You kill the Terrorblade on the recall in after he jumps as a product, and it forces a GPK buy because he feels like they're committing to try and end the game. Almost dieback on this Storm.
Man,
how did that go so weird for BetBoom after killing an enemy carry with no buy?
I mean, I think a large part of that is just the power of Ember Spirit poke with Elder Titan.
Yeah, under tier 4s with 4 buybacks. I mean,
yeah,
I guess that'll do that.
The damage adds up.
Did end up getting the RTZ buyback in the end.
They are just all inning. They're like, guys, please let Roshan spawn. And it will spawn just barely fast enough that they can comfortably take it without the TB's influence. So they'll get their hands on an Aegis, which Arteezy needs. No buyback there. Yopaj does have enough gold for his. Only guy on the squad that has it.
Damn, I mean, props to Shopify for somehow getting to Roshan down 30k in this game. I still go back to that whole period, though, where they had the deep vision. They didn't make the jump. It seems like BetBoom were content waiting for the next Roshan and using that to end the game. And then they decided to take the fight after the vision died, right before the Roshan spawned anyway.
Yeah. Well,
which it still worked out because they got the Luna for free, but then into these buybacks it doesn't. And now you gave an Aegis to this Rapier Luna, who we saw absolutely demolished that Terrorblade.
They don't jump for Yopaj. They jump for somebody else. It's going to be Saberlight. Saberlight, psyched up, can't get any spells off. Again, he dies so fast in every one of these initiations. The tanky Kunkka dropped low every single time before a single spell can go out. Shopify going to have to play this 5 versus 5. They do have the Aegis on the Luna, so in some regards it's even, but
he has a refresher shard too, so he could have double BKB, double Eclipse. Not insignificant. He's Manta baiting, looking for something on the side. They'll get a 2-man stomp, but this is all stalling for the Kunkka.
Or is he going to go for it? The Lao! Instant sight! He got the lasso, yeah, but he has no movement speed to take advantage of that pullback, so now he's dead as well.
Really heads up play by...
It's even, but
he has a refresher shard too, so he could have double BKB, double Eclipse. Not insignificant. He's Manta baiting, looking for something on the side. They'll get a 2-man stomp, but this is all stalling for the Kunkka.
Or is he going to go for it? The Lao! Instant sight! He got the lasso, yeah, but he has no movement speed to take advantage of that pullback, so now he's dead as well.
Really heads up play by Miro as well. Just finds the host stomp on the Luna. Destroys that entire play conceptually. They wanted to drag Nightfall into an Eclipse, and you could see the idea. But BetBoom just too fast at both ends of that play. Meta did wear out. You bought time for your Kunkka to come back up. These stomps are stalling the push significantly. Remember, this is not even Megas on this lane. BetBoom are going to back off. Shopify continuing to hemorrhage a gold lead as this lead goes to 30k now, but they are holding on. They are making this game weird.
Yeah.
Which is what you want to do in these positions.
Yeah, when you're... Well, now, BetBoom, if they were skittish before about, you know, making a smoke move around that nice word that you were pointing out, I have to imagine not having buyback on your Storm Spirit is going to keep them from taking a team fight until next Roshan. Or at least until the buyback is back up. Level 25 is coming in soon for GPK. Level 25 is almost there for Yopaj as well. So we'll get the 2x overload attack bounce. We got the Luna, did go for the plus damage, plus 20 damage on the Aura. And Yopaj will take the Sleight of Fist charges.
Interesting. I mean, I guess it's double the damage for himself.
It's crazy how
sense, I guess.
Remember when this talent used to be 100% like similar pick rate, but the other way?
Times have changed. I mean, these heroes are still ginormous on BetBoom side. You saw that Ags fly out for the Coddle as well. Just more annoyance in the fight.
Yeah.
They have such a level advantage, such a net worth advantage. I mean, are we going to get to the point where you want another Divine on Yopaj? Is that worth it?
Yeah, I that's what I was looking at his item build.
Sleight to Fist plus the Luna, or a second Divine for Artur.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
This is an all-in build, right? If you get the beam off on a target with the Conda, if you get that shard off, you get the Eclipse, and you're just hitting, you get 1 or 2 hits, somebody's gone. But if you get jumped,
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
there's no save for you in this game. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
You cannot afford to show. You cannot afford to get jumped on this Luna. We're going to wait for the Aegis to expire. Absolutely no world in which you take a fight into this Aegis.
So Arteezy hits for 1,032 damage. The Conda gives you 75% of that is 774 damage. So 774 plus 150. So you're getting close to just being a 1,000 damage nuke every single time.
Yeah,
just from the Conda
24.
part.
Not bad.
Toronto Tokyo Moonlight Shadow actually hit him with the torrent.
Give him the tip. Tip.
A tool to teach.
Do it. Walking around with a gem, even approaching the high ground. That's bold. I mean, they obviously know Shopify is out and about on the map right now.
Smoke from Shopify. Have to make something happen with these Divine Rapiers.
They get to the high ground here.
Angle.
Arteezy, they're going to blow up Toronto Tokyo. Almost one-shot him. They got the sight, though, onto Luna. Is there any saves? There's nothing. Double Divine Rapier on the deck, and even Yopaj can't recollect all of this. No matter what he does, at least one of them is going to go to the Terror Blade. And that has be it. There's nothing left. You dropped way too much net worth, and you have no buybacks, so... Who got the other one?
That's why I was looking. It's still there. They just left it.
Oh.
Well, Toronto Tokyo will grab it. Yeah, nice little reward for him. This is where you all chat 1v1 me mid, bro.
Damn, that would be a baller move.
Well, this Mirana hurts.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
No buyback for the Luna. No buyback for the Kunkka.
They know they can end the game whenever they want. Boys are just having some fun, waiting for Shopify to GG out. You say, if you don't GG out, we'll force it. Get the Bat Rider. Theolacor not able to find an opening to get a drag back into the fountain. Shopify's only real hope at being able to hold this one out.
You got to drag Terrorblade in the fountain, drag the Storm, somebody. Even then, they're going to have buybacks soon. Gold-wise, you can recall them in. This is a slow push, though. I mean, what is happening? BKB just so he can refresh it, so he can free up the slots. All right, Nightfall is just going to force the
he gets stomped. GPK jumps to the back line. Yopaj is in the mix, trying to do what damage he can. Terror Wave goes out. Yopaj has already popped his BKB, but the scythe hits him as his BKB wears out, and he has to use his buyback now. Tier 4 is down. Forced to have to get Nightfall back. Uses the Sunder back up to full HP.
Toronto Tokyo laying into the Ancient with his own Divine Rapier.
That's true. He was actually doing a decent amount of damage there. Another jump in from Miro. Trying to go for Saberlight. No follow-up this time around. Scythe of Vice goes out onto the Elder Titan. They'll blow up the Elder Titan first. Orchid now onto Luna's in there with the Eclipse, but you don't have your Divine Rapiers, so you really don't have the damage.
He's a refresher.
He's trying to kill the Mirana just to get his Divine Rapier back, but he can't get him.
2 empty slots. Just no firepower left. Those Rapiers